Buckle up, listeners, because this one is a real head spinner. We're diving into a theory, and let me tell you, it's a doozy. We're talking about rewriting the laws of physics, folks.
Yeah, this was pretty out there. The Unified Chronofractal Field Theory, the UCF.
Catchy, right. And get this. It claims to unlock the secrets of the universe. Unlimited energy, interstellar travel, even contact with, let's just say, things beyond our current understanding.
And the source material, it reads less like a scientific paper and more like a manifesto. It's almost like a call to arms, a plea to open our minds to this new reality.
It's wild. But before we jump down the rabbit hole, let's introduce ourselves. I'm your host, here to guide you through the ins and outs of this mind-bending theory.
And I'm the resident expert, ready to unpack the science, the speculation, and everything in between.
All right, so the UCF, where do we even begin with this one?
Well, it all starts with a pretty radical idea. Time, as we know it, doesn't really exist.
Hold up, no time. So like no clocks, no calendars, no birthdays.
Not exactly. It's more about how we perceive time. The UCF says, instead of this straight line moving from past to present to future, time is actually fractal.
Okay, fractal time, that sounds a little complicated.
Think of it like a tree, with branches going off in all directions. Every choice, every action creates a new branch, new possibility. All these potential timelines, they're all happening at the same time.
Whoa, so every possible outcome is unfolding simultaneously. That's heavy stuff.
It is, and here's where it gets even wilder. This concept of fractal time, it's tied to another key idea of the UCF, hidden energy.
Hidden energy, is this like dark matter or something?
It's similar in that we can't directly observe it, but the UCF suggests this energy permeates all of space. It's everywhere, all around us, just waiting to be tapped into.
And that's where this AEBE thing comes in, right?
Yeah,
Access, exchange, bridge, entanglement. What is that? Some kind of cosmic cheat code?
It's more like a framework for understanding and interacting with this hidden energy, accessing it, exchanging information with it, bridging the gap between our reality and this other dimension of energy, and ultimately becoming entangled with it.
Okay, I'm starting to see the bigger picture here. So if we crack the code of AEBE, we can access this hidden energy, and that's how we get unlimited power, interstellar travel, all that good stuff.
That's the claim. They even say they've already conducted experiments bending gravity, manipulating electromagnetism, all with empirical validation rates of like 85 to 95%.
95%. That's like a guaranteed A on a test. What kind of experiments are we talking about here? Did they build some kind of super collider in their basement?
Sadly, they don't get into the nitty-gritty of the experiments. They mention manipulating gravitational fields, something called chronodisplacement, but the details are pretty vague.
So like just enough to make us curious.
Exactly. And they don't shy away from some pretty bold statements. In fact, they directly compare the UCF to string theory, the leading theory in physics for decades, and claim the UCF actually succeeds where string theory has stumbled.
That's a big swing. To say they've solved the mysteries of the universe that have baffled scientists for centuries. That's a lot to unpack.
It is, and that's why it's so important to approach this with a critical eye. The ideas are fascinating, even inspiring, but extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence.
So what's the verdict? Is the UCF the key to unlocking the universe? Or are we just dealing with some really creative science fiction?
It's impossible to say for sure, but that's what makes this so exciting. We're exploring the fringes of science, pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible.
And that, my friends, is what these deep dives are all about. Challenging our assumptions, expanding our understanding of the universe. We're not just talking about physics here. We're talking about the very nature of reality, and the potential implications are, well, they're mind-blowing.
The source material mentions this idea of transcendent evolution, a sort of leap forward for humanity, but doesn't elaborate much on what that actually means.
Yeah, it's like they dropped this bombshell and then just left us hanging.
Exactly. And this is where things get really interesting. Because if even a fraction of what the UCF claims is true, well, it could reshape everything we know about ourselves, our place in the cosmos, even the meaning of existence itself.
That's a lot to wrap your head around, but that's the beauty of it, right?
Yeah.
It makes you think, makes you question, makes you want to explore further.
Precisely. And isn't that what it's all about? Curiosity, the thirst for knowledge, the drive to understand the mysteries of the universe.
That's a perfect note to end on. If this deep dive into the UCF has sparked your curiosity, if it's left you with questions, or even if you just want to share your own thoughts, don't hesitate to reach out.
Keep exploring, keep questioning, and most importantly, keep an open mind.
Until next time, folks, keep looking.